It's interesting. I really liked it. It's that there was a hedgehog and a turtle, which had names, but I'm not going to mention them. And they lived in the Amazon. So did this tiger, which almost caught them which would have caught them if it wasn't for that trickery. Like, they messed up his mother's sayings. How his mother said to scoop a tortoise out of its shell and plop a hedgehog inside the water so when it was cold so it would uncurl. And they messed up so he got them the wrong way round. And they learned to use each other's abilities. And the tortoise learned how to curl up, and the hedgehog learned how to swim. And he's still working on holding his breath. And so the tiger and the tiger's mother made up a little sound so he could recognize it, but it got even more confusing when they started using each other's abilities. Like, the one that couldn't swim could swim, and the one that couldn't curl up could curl up. And his mother just called them armadillos from then on. Sure, there are still other tortoises and hedgehogs around the world, but those ones, you can't tell which one is which. Like, if the turtle is the one on the right or the left, just hard to tell them apart. That's it. There was a battle. Well, not exactly a battle, but there was a big arguing with the Montagues and the Capulets. A Montag named Romeo came to a Capulet's party, and he was only kept there because the host wanted to argue with him. And he was also in love with a girl named Juliet, a Capulet. And she also loved him for some reason, but because she had took the pretend die potion in the future. Romeo actually believed it, and this other person who wished to marry her, and they both died. And Juliet killed herself too because she was so overwhelmed with grief. And at least that stopped the arguing between the Capulets and the Montagues, because they saw what that arguing had done. It literally just killed Juliet and Romeo and this other guy, which I can't remember the name. It's kind of sad and happy at the same time. It's happy that the Montagues and the Capulets stopped their arguing, but it's sad that the three died. Well, it's also kind of okay that Romeo and Juliet were in love, but it's kind of weird how Lord Capulet just kept him there just to argue. Well, that's it. My dad had gotten it from this magical person, a satyr or whatever that was. And he chose the golden touching, but not the thing. But not that the flowers would grow, that he'd have a beautiful life, never mind. He wished for the golden touch, and it came true the next day after he slept. But he couldn't drink any water. He turned marigold into gold, which kind of rhymes. And he couldn't eat or drink anything because it all turned to gold. He didn't turn those. Oh no, that's a spoiler. And the satyr, whatever that was, told him to go to a river, and it stopped the golden touch. But the sands of the brook were still golden. And he took a whole face of water to there. and sprinkled it on everything he wished to turn back into normal, but even including Marigold. However, he left something still in gold. Marigold's hair, which still had a goldish tinge, the sands of the river, and his food and drink, for if you count both of them. And he must have loved flowers and music again. Well, he actually also used to love it before he got the golden church too, but that was longer ago.